Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another Salt and Pauper video. My name's Chad. We're going to continue with our Unfinity Pauper Set review and evaluation. We're going to jump right in with the black cards. Next we move into black. We've got Carnivore, which is a 4/6, 4/6, 5 and a black. Alien Crab Horror with Death Touch. Jesus, because it wasn't going to kill anything it attacked into anyway. And when it enters the battlefield, you get one ticket, and you can put a sticker on a permanent you own. A non-land permanent you own. This is the only black ticket and or sticker card from Unfinity in black, which makes me think it's bad. There's no supplementary tickets or sticker cards to go in black with this card. 4/6 for 6 with Death Touch is probably going to be good enough in limited to at least run one of. I don't imagine you're going to run some. What do you think? 4/6 for 6 with Death Touch good enough in limited? It's not getting played in anything else.
I think I'm playing this in a red-black deck.
Okay.
Just so you can ramp it out with that goblin. But
Sure.
There's no way that I'm happy if I'm hard casting this in a black deck on its own. Like, this needs a secondary color supplement, and red just seems like the easiest way to get this out faster.
Sure. Alright, Deadbeat Attendant is a 1/1 for 2 when it enters the battlefield. Open an attraction. We can go ahead and skip this. There's not a whole lot to talk about it. In limited, it's probably going to be great. Pauper is not going to care. 1/1 for 2 vanilla creatures, not going to be good enough. Roll it right along. We have Dissatisfied Customer, which is a 2/1 for 3 with Flying and Haste. When it enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided dice. If the result is 3 or less, you lose that much life. I'll be honest. I think this card's pretty good.
Yeah.
Flying and Haste is a hell of a combination.
Oh yeah, so this card I am really happy about. It doesn't do anything too weird for this set. And you want to roll high. But if you don't roll high, you still want to roll low. So
basically you just don't want to roll a 3. Any other result is fine.
Yeah, because there's there's a 3-drop 2/2 flyer comes in, loses 3. Or is that that's an uncommon? There's a 2-drop that came in recently. 3/2 comes in, you lose 2.
Yes, it's out of Dominaria you.
Yeah, and this is just better. Evasion and haste, like, you're happy.
Well, so of the cards that we've looked at that are legal in Pauper, this is probably the one that I think stands the highest chance of getting played in Pauper as it is. Now, that's not looking at command performance because we're assuming there isn't going to be a sticker deck. If there is, that card will see play. But as the meta is right now, this card has the highest chance of any card that we've seen thus far of seeing play. Because a Flying Haste dude lines up with Gates really well.
Playing Gates, 3 is a hard
3 mana is
sell.
a lot, don't get me wrong. But of all the cards we've looked at, this is probably the closest to be playable.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure if... I mean, maybe, Haste is those are both relevant keywords on a creature you want in the Gates deck.
Yep.
Just Evasion and Haste. I think Gingerboot currently sits in that better slot, though.
I agree.
It's overall cheaper, even if you want to make it unblockable.
But I think this is getting close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell, if this was a 1/1 for 2 and had everything else the same,
it'd be better.
Easily playing this.
Yep. Alright, next up is Down for Repairs. It's a 3-mana sorcery, 2 and a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. They discard that card, then destroy up to 1 target attraction that player controls. This card seems pretty good in Limited, I'm not going to lie. Being able to interact with attractions is going to be important in Limited. I don't think hand removal on its own is good enough. Certainly not a 3-mana hand removal, but being able to destroy an attraction could really mess with some players' game plans in Limited. Especially some of the better attractions. But in Pauper, I mean, this is a complete wash. Nobody's looking at this card twice in Pauper.
Oh, yeah. Now, for these 3-mana discard spells, you don't want to pick just one. You want that to be the anti-divination and then something.
Yep.
Just like the there's one that came out recently where they exile their graveyard too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that card's real good. So like it's discarding 2 cards is real close. You just need a slight nudge to make that exceptional. And yes, interacting with attractions is going to be and I don't know if it's key, but it's going to be really good to have in your deck.
Yeah.
Just
or at least your pool, just
like
out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
You're going to bring this in against a lot of people in Limited. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Line Cutter, which is a 3/4 for 4, 3 and a black for a human rogue guest. When it enters the battlefield, roll to visit your attractions. This card's going to be really good in Limited. Outside of Pauper, it's a 3/4 vanilla card that says absolute nothing, and it does not have relevant enough typing to matter. Triggering a roll for all of your attractions is going to be very powerful, though, in Limited, so keep your eye on it. But for Pauper, nothing to see here.
Yeah. I mean, it blocks Hill Giants all day, though.
Right. Alright. Next up is Scared Sif, which is a 3/2 for 3, 2 and a black. It's a zombie coward guest, and it has Menace as long as you have a stickered permanent. This is probably the closest to an on-rate Stickers Matter card we've seen. A 3/2 Menace for 3 is not bad. And it does wear the stickers, not incredibly. Like, if this was a 2/2 for 2 that had Menace as long as you had a scared permanent, it would be better. But as a 3/2 for 3, you're less incentivized to make it a 4/2, right? That just doesn't seem like that big a deal. But, you know, if you get a big amount of stickers, like, making this like a 5/4 or like a 6/3 or something on one of the 4 or 5 ticket status changes or stat changes.
Oh yeah.
This could be big clock energy, you know.
Yeah, this fits in the same deck as that other card we looked at with the Death Touch 4/6.
Yep.
You do want to be heavy ticket generation still.
Yeah.
So Scared Stiff works in. I think it works best in the blue one because it's got more of the good stuff.
I agree.
More of the good ticket generation, but I mean, it's fine in other colors as well. I think green's the next best.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good, real good ticket payoff.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know that it's a great ticket payoff, but it does hold them very well.
It holds the power toughness stickers for sure.
Yeah.
And this counts for your secondary colors. If you control a stickered permanent stuff, just the evasion granted by that.
Yep.
That you're gonna make them trade 2 creatures is it's pretty solid.
And I don't see any reason to play this in Pauper Constructed. I don't see it in Cube either. It's just not on the right power level. But in Limited, it's probably pretty good. Alright, next up is Six-Sided Die, which is actually one of my favorite cards and is probably the one I'm least excited about because it's just not going to see play and I want it to. But it's a 3-mana instant, 2 and a black, and it says choose target creature, roll a 6-sided die. Then do what the die says. 1, it gives that target creature base toughness 1 until end of turn. 2, put 2, -1 counters on it. 3, it is a lightning helix, deals 3 damage, gain 3 life. 4 is -4/-4. 5 is destroy it, and 6 is exile it. This card is 5 out of 6 times just worse than Cast Down, so I am never playing it. But I wish this was a 2-mana spell. If this was a 2-mana spell, it would see play, and I think it'd be awesome, because this is a hell of a funny card.
Yeah. This, the one thing I don't like about it is you have to choose the creature before you know what the result
I agree.
If it was
roll a 6-sided die, then choose a creature.
Yes.
Yeah, if it was assign targets at resolution, it would be much better.
Yeah, but as it is, you have to wait till the creature is attacking or blocking, or has damage on it already.
Yeah, most
in
of the
order
time,
for this stuff. Well, if it has 1 damage and you roll a 1, that's honestly better than if than the other stuff. If it's got a bigger butt,
Yeah, so. I'm just not happy with this costing 3. I mean, we just saw you were already dead at 1 mana. Like, why couldn't this be a 2-mana spell, guys? Like, really? It's already super variance. I mean, this should be a 2-mana spell. Alright. Next up is Soul Swindler. It's a 5-mana 5/3, 4 and a black for a demon employee. As long as you visited an attraction this turn, it's indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, open an attraction. In limited, this card's gonna be busted. Like, this card seems great in limited. An indestructible 5/3? Like, that card's real good. Outside of that, this card is absolute, trash. It's just, it's kindling. Just tear it up and light your fires with it. It's not good. But, man, in limited, this card's gonna be great.
Oh, yeah. Now, so with indestructible like this, the bigger the power is so much nicer. Huh. You're not gonna have you're gonna have a long time to be able to interact with this. Because it is just indestructible for the turn. You can respond to the interaction or the go open an attraction trigger. Mm-hmm. You can kill its sorcery speed on your turn. There's plenty of ways to interact with this, and that's what I like in design space for cards like this. Yep. But this also is, you do not want to get hit with this card.
Yeah, man, this card seems real good on attacks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's like that Landfall 5/4. Landfall to Indestructible Dreadworm, I think it was.
Yep.
That card is a house, or was a house in that draft format. Mm-hmm. So that's honestly the closest that I'm seeing here. On top of, since you do open an attraction when he enters, you do get to have a slight upside on that.
Yep. All right. Next up is Step Right Up. It's a 4-mana sorcery, 3 and a black to open 2 attractions. Again, this card's probably going to be quite good in limited. Although I'm not sure how good it's going to be in draft, since your attraction deck is 10 random attractions between you and your opponent's pool, or maybe it's just your pool. I don't actually, it's limited to how many you have, right? So, it could be less good and limited than I think, just because of you don't have very many of them. Because these are not stickers, they're not provided in every pack. You do draft these. They have rarities, they are included in the packs. They can be your mythic slot, which is actually just terrifying to me. But yeah, I think that the thing that's going to determine if this thing is good and limited is just the availability of said attractions to you in your pool. Outside of that, barring you having no attractions, this card's probably pretty good. Attractions are going to be, basically just interactable emblems of turn-by-turn gradual value, of incremental value, and they're going to be quite good and limited. This card's a blank in every other format.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be fun attractions that you can go do, like the throwing your card from 3 feet away.
Yeah, the dartboard.
There's going to be so many fun ones. I would play this just to have fun with it. If I'm playing this, I don't care about winning. I care about getting the attractions off. And I'm probably playing 2-3 of these in the deck.
Sure.
Outside of that, it's a card I'm not happy about playing this if I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the 23rd.
The next card up is Wolf in Blank Clothing, which is a 4-mana, 2/3, 3 and a black for a wolf guest. When it enters the battlefield, put a name sticker on it. When you do up to X, target creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn, where X is the number of unique vowels on that sticker. Again, quick recap for the stickers. We've got the optimal arrangement of 1/6, 2 5s, and 6 4s, and 1 3. So the majority of the time, this is going to ping 4 creatures for -1/-1, with option to hit up to 6. Not sure about this card, I'll be honest. I liked it better when I thought it was just a target creature gets -X/-X. I think it's substantially worse the way that it actually is. Not going to play this card. I don't think it's good enough.
This is okay. It's the main 2 card, the second main phase card.
Sure.
You can maybe get like a 2-for-1 with it, but you also lose a creature in it in the deal. So it's
2 for 2.
Yeah, you're really. You'd be happy to kill multiple things, but you're not really all gonna be doing that too much.
What I wish is that you could target the same creature multiple times.
Yes. Almost as if you had a pool of -1/-1 counters to give out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could just give out -1/-1 until end of turn to, any number of creatures.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the trapper effect of like when his creature enters, you kill something that's already been dealt damage.
Sure. Yeah.
And that this is not that, but I have a feeling it's going to be used in that fashion.
Sure.
Just because people are going to be blocking with just the creature barely big enough to survive. So just manage your attacks well, and you can get value out of this card, but if your opponent sees you're playing black and they know about this one, then they're going to see it from a mile away.
Yeah. Alright, next up is probably the coolest art of the set, which is Xeno Squirrels. It's a 2-mana, white and a black, colorless and a black, for an alien squirrel 0/0. When it enters the battlefield, it gets 2 1/1 counters. When you roll a die, you may remove a counter from it, and if you do, increase or decrease the result of the die roll by 1. This gives you a lot of flexibility to visit attractions and roll your 6-sided die. But you only get 2 triggers of it. Love this art, love the concept. Don't know that it's good enough.
I mean, it's a bear. It's fine. I do enjoy the rolling a die portion of not being restricted to this. This is a card I'd be happy to see outside of this sealed format or this limited format. And I also enjoy the fact that black gets an effect like this. We had artifacts with like Crux Thumb. You get to flip 2 things.
Sure.
Instead of just 1. There's the 2 things in blue now of roll with initiative, Black has now an effect that helps them modify and kind of like put their thumb on the scale here.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, that this is a fairly unique ability that Black hadn't had access to in previous sets, and it does now, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting abilities with like modular and messing with 1/1 counters, proliferate, and stuff like that you can throw into bed with this card. But yeah, it's a bear. I don't think it's going to be much more than a bear, but in limited, it's probably a little bit of a value creature, and I'm into it for utility. It's going to fill out a lot of curves, that's for sure. Great art. All right, guys, that wraps up all the black cards for the Unfinity set. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, drop something down below for the algorithm. Let us know what you're most excited about out of this color and what you're going to be playing in your sealed pools. As usual, goodbye forever. I'll see you next time.